Okay, I've worked a long trade here while I was sitting grabbing some lunch. That yellow line was that key level we broke above earlier in the day. Uh, I did work one short, another short. I was sitting right around 3,000, or I'm sorry, 301,000-ish when I got out of that old trade that I shot from the video earlier. Worked another one, and this was kind of grinding low. We had an M pattern here and rotation lower. I worked some more short inventory in here and basically unwound that into the move down. I'm long. I got in with a little bit of size. I've taken that off. I'm just in final runners. So anyhow, trying to see if I can get over 303,000 on the day. So not too far. If we get another little push here, I'll watch it and basically, after a segment of green candles, if we flip back to a reddish candle, then I'll just flip out if I'm over 303,000. So we're real close. We're only 100 and change off. So we'll see a little bit of a push here. Should about wrap that up. I'll move this to the other side of the bands. And you can see right here, we had another rotation higher on the day and a pretty quick sell-off from there. So that was a pretty easy rotation to work from where we were earlier this morning on that grinding up area after the level sweep where I hit the short side. So anyhow, looking for 303,000. That would give me 3,000 profit on the day. I've liked some of these setups, and I've actually usually this late in the day I don't watch the market. It's already almost noon Pacific time, but I've been going back and forth with programmers and Zoom meetings on related system related work. So I've been in here working additional trades and watching trades. So we'll see what we get. But one thing I wanted to point out, remember I mentioned before, see how this sequence of arrows or these triangles, we get our drawing tool going here. Come on, drawing tool. There we go. See how those are all making lower and lower and lower triangles. Not till right here did I get a higher triangle than before. So when a market's just kind of working its way down, working its way down. Now, we were in an area where I do think there was some support, the pricing level, got a higher triangle. I actually did not get in till right there. So I've been watching this. We finally held, got a series of higher triangles. I almost got in right there. I was a little distracted, but it came back and it traded just a tad lower than these other pivots, but held this pivot and then lifted. So I decided, okay, I'm going to get in. And I think it was 5 total. I've already taken off 3 to push past the mid-band, just leaving 2 runners on with the objective of going for 303,000 even on the day, and then I'll call it good. So really, any push above this, I could start just blipping, get up to about, 970, 980, blip one out, leave one on, and see if it pushes. Or in this case, I'll just leave the target at the other side of the bands, and we'll see if the market participants come back in this last, hour of the day and push this back higher up into the prior high part of the range for the day. So as you can see, the speed of the trade's pretty slow. It's not really all that difficult sitting here watching this stuff. And like I said, let's go take a look at some of that prior support. There's some prior support out of the lift. So all this buying that came in earlier was just above that area. So let me go in here and let's put in a box. This is kind of the area that I was talking about where buyers came in this morning and lifted this thing out after the pullback low. Okay, so we'll get rid of the drawing tools and we'll go back over here. And there we go. We're almost to 303,000. So very close. So that'd be about 3 times my typical daily profit objective, but I I liked that additional short setup, and it made some sense to me to come in here after the initial downside momentum started to dissipate and you get the cyclical action. That's actually some not heavy accumulation, but there does seem to be some accumulation that was taking place in there. Okay, we'll put this about the 72s, and that should get us our 303,000 on the day with any little push. So I'll stand by here and we'll watch this a bit. One thing I did want to point out, see how the iGrid alerts indicator that has a lot of adjustability. It's been Dodger blue, Dodger blue. Then we had a little bit of a W pattern, then cyclical action going sideways. We transitioned to aqua dots. So that was another reason we pulled back and we're lifting. I thought that was a good area to take a shot at the long side, knowing that if we go down and break this pivot, I got some support below. And since I'm way up on the day, I didn't want to get in here and work a dynamic trade to the long side because it could just go puke it up and blow out all that early morning's buy side inventory. I don't want to be buying into that. So I figured I'd give it one shot. Look pretty clean, ascending triangles, pivots holding, and like one rotation, two, three. Okay, fourth time better be the charm. And then it worked out. We got some decent lift out of there. So we're just waiting for this target or any push above this recent pivot. I could just blip it out and call it good here, but I'll give it a little bit of time. We'll see if it lifts. And I wouldn't be surprised to see this come back up and end the day somewhere between the breakout level and the high part of the range. That's kind of the area that I would not be surprised to see the market in the last hour end the day. The kind of look of the day is that institutionals have been in here with hedge fund side buying. Not sure they want to allow price to sit too close to where all their inventory is on the day in the later part of the day, but we'll see what happens. There is tariffs that are going to hit tomorrow, so they could just easily say, no, the buy side didn't stick. There's no traction here today. Let's get out of here. And we'll wait and see what plays out tomorrow and then re-engage to the buy side on a clean day with new information. So you just never know. So typically what I'd probably do is this little pivot here, just put in a stop there. So it's either going to run up and hit my target and get me my 303 on the day, or it's going to come down, stop me out. I'll be sitting around 302.9-ish, 800s, 900, right around 900. And hey, that was plenty good enough for just one day trading. Now, if this was a live account, as I mentioned this morning, this is another eval account I bought on one of their sales. I would, once I'm up to about 11, 1200-ish, I'm just done. I don't keep re-engaging the market when I'm in a live account. I have no need to. Move this up just a tad. Oops. Oh, I'm holding the wrong key. I just used the flatten button. There we go. So we're sitting at 303.10. And I was noticing I was resting my finger on the wrong area of the mouse pad to take that order, slide it down and drop it and conclude the trade. So I'm going to lock the trade. There's a little lock button up here. That way no accidental trades can go off now that I've finished the day with $3,000 plus in profit on the one short trade. Second short trade, I did a little bit of a very small position size short trade here when I saw the M and the lower pivot high, rotation lower. I watched it. If it didn't break this pivot and lift it and start running, I was going to let go of it. It broke down. We did get to the other side of the bands. And right somewhere in here, I let go of that. Waited, was a buyer, and now that's a day. So I usually never ever trade this long, but since I've been busy going back and forth with programmer, I decided to hang in here and work this a little bit today. So there you have it, long trade in the MNQ. And if I have time tomorrow, I'll shoot some more video. Pretty soon, I'm going to be trading the setups basically live on my YouTube channel in the live stream mode. We're almost all done with all the major programming stuff. So just a few little bugs we're working out. We have the exact same tools in the NT8 platform. We just added all the additional settings that we have in the Quantar version. So all of these same settings and capability. Some of the traders are reporting that they're having some issues with it having outputs for Bloodhound and Blackbird. We're going to fix that. And just little stuff. We'll wrap that up, and then the NT8 side will be done. Now, I mentioned this morning I am adding a updated version of the iGrid Legacy indicator. I used to call it the iGrid Evo. We're going to add that indicator into this pack of iGrid tools. So you'll see one that'll say iGrid, and I'll probably call it the Evo again, just so it has a name other than just iGrid. But it'll have the paint bar functionality that we have in the iGrid Scalper. So it's going to kind of be the iGrid Scalper and Evo combined into one indicator. So you'll have a momentum indicator. I'll pop that up. Got the Momo. Has lots of adjustability. All kinds of adjustability actually in the Momo indicator. Let's go into the settings. Something like a 33. And hit enter. You can really work with this indicator and change how responsive it is or not responsive to price. It has a lot of different, and it has multiple axes of adjustability. Has the sensitivity setting in addition to the period setting. Let's go down to about a 23. We'll hit enter. We'll adjust that a bit. Actually, I'm going to adjust it the other way. I want to go down, not up. Let's go down to about a 7.65. We'll go back. Let's go to like a 19. So it has this indicator has a lot of adjustability to it. Let's go down to 11. I just want to show you, you can change the sensitivity and responsiveness of the indicator. So not only can you adjust the period, but you can adjust, there's another sensitivity adjustment that makes fine-tuning adjustments to any more macro adjustments you're making with the period indicator. And I know a fair amount of traders that have this dialed into the point where they're literally, when they're getting crossovers, that's when they go long. When they're getting crossovers, they go short. And I do have a T3 or Aaron's, one of the two moving averages, is going to get added to this indicator like we had always in, what was it, in TradingView. So we're going to add that in so you can have a moving average that's measuring all the bars of the Momo and giving you nice clean transition points according to your settings to know when you're in an environment of confirmed upside momentum or confirmed downside momentum. So that is going to get added to the Momo, and I'm adding some additional capabilities, and I'm pretty sure I talked about this morning, to the cloud. So the cloud indicator, we're going to add different smoothing styles for the trigger period and different smoothing styles for the average period. So that'll be a really nice update. Okay, so there you have it. Some more info and some more trade action on the day. Yeah, let me get the cloud out of here. And I'll leave the alerts up. So there you have it, guys. If you have any questions, info@gridalgo.com. The GridAlgo website was supposed to be repurposed about, almost 2 weeks ago by somebody that was working on it. They ended up having to go take care of some family stuff. So I've been working on the website, and I think I'm going to publish the repurposed website late tonight. And basically, tomorrow going forward, the only way you're going to be able to get the tools for the Quant Tower platform is on a quarterly subscription. The one-time buy opportunity ends today, and tomorrow at whatever point I finally turn on and publish the repurposed website that's all dedicated to what we're doing on the Quant Tower platform. And last thing, we have a small group of traders that wanted the tools in Sierra charts. That is in build. So if you have any questions about getting access to the tools for Sierra charts, I'll point you to the direction of the contact that will be running with that program. So again, info at gridalgo.com for any questions. Have a great day.